Yeah, listener, there's an old adage that every fight lands up on the ground. And I would give to you this. I've had a lot of street fights, and I've had a certain amount of fights in the ring. And I would say that the majority of the time, the fight goes to the ground. It's one guy on the ground, and it's another person above him kicking him in the face. As you see behind me right there with Shogun Rua kicking this opponent in the face in Japan in Pride. And with Shogun, they made a really big deal about his prime being in Pride and whatnot. And I'm sure performance-enhancing drugs had a part in that, but so did the soccer kick rules. Now, listen, I thought it was amazing that the UFC was made legal and MMA made legal at all in the Nevada State Athletic Commission. And so I am not complaining. Like, it set off a whole sport, right, for us to enjoy and whatnot. And now we're in the day where power slap gets legalized. What can I tell you? But everything's a moment in time, isn't it, right? At one time, it would have been unthinkable to have a president with a felony. And now our president has more than one felony. And what can you say? But I think that adage that every fight goes to the ground comes from guys that are frustrated with each other and angry with each other, but they really don't want to hurt each other. So what ends up happening is this slop fest, where you start rolling around the ground, very common in younger kids and then probably older guys who are just angry. But in real street fights where you're attempting to hurt the other person, usually one person goes down and the other person finishes him with soccer kicks. And I've seen that play out over and over and over again. So Buckley, he may feel like I'm a badass stand-up fighter, I'm a badass street fighter, I don't need to learn this stuff, but I got news for you, right? MMA is a sport. You cannot ignore the ground game. I'll say this, it's ignoring it by just having great takedown defense and learning how to get back up when you're down there, right? You're still ignoring jiu-jitsu completely, virtually doing those two things. But apparently he doesn't want to do that either. And listen, I get it. The reason is it takes away from your stand-up. So those really cool explosive techniques he has are not usable all the time when you have to worry about getting taken down, right? And then getting up is a whole different world in itself. So, he doesn't dig it. I get it. I didn't dig jiu-jitsu for a long time. I'm starting to dig it now that I'm used to it. But listen, I got introduced to jiu-jitsu in 2008. I started and stopped a lot of times. But we like to do what we love. And that's just very human nature. Everybody like and follow for more on the Fight Game.